Switch to Verizon Business and get more from your internet without paying more for your internet. Get LTE Business Internet starting at $39 a month when paired with select business mobile plans. That's unlimited data, and with it, unlimited possibilities. Start saving today with Verizon Business, ranked #1 in small business internet customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Starting price for 25 megabits per second LTE internet plan with smartphone plan savings, plus taxes, fees, and economic adjustment charge. Terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say, welcome to Eejits of the World with you,
Glenn Wall and you,
Andrew Maxwell. And what a cornucopia of clowns we have for you this week.
we got lots.
We got lots. We got fools, Eejits, and all sorts of in between. And more importantly, we got champions. Liverpool Football Club, ladies and gentlemen, have done it.
Did they?
They've done it. They have now won the title for the 20th time, matching their arch rivals, Man United. Liverpool, the greatest football club in the world.
Wow. I thought they played soccer.
They do. What? Oh, God. You know it's true.
I know.
The red men of Liverpool. Red. You see, mate? It's red. That's the colour of Liverpool.
Yes.
Which brings us, ladies and gentlemen. Red.
Something they've never done.
You're in trouble, lad. You watch out. You damn beaver botherer.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing back in. You were just sliding around on your hockey ice rink.
Yeah.
Getting it zambolied all the time.
Zamboli.
Whatever it is.
Delicious.
Hey, you want zamboli?
Yeah.
On ice?
A little between period Zamboli. Hey, why not?
Well,
Did you bring these from home, Tony?
you know I did. You know, Julie's not happy, but she still makes the best zambolis.
Yeah. Muscle memory on that woman.
Look at a muscle memory on that woman, huh? Anyway, yes, Liverpool Football Club have done it, the 20th title, making them the most successful club of all time. Dun, dun, dun. But we're not here just to celebrate the greatest football club in the world.
Okay.
No.
That's good.
This is Eejits of the World, ladies and gentlemen. We are here specifically on Eejits of the World to celebrate sporting pettiness.
I know. You better have a twist. We can't just be trumpeting Liverpool's. Yeah.
Well, my friend, for those who don't know, Liverpool have an arch rival across that very same city called Everton.
Neverton.
And boy, never
Did
a
they
true
call
word.
them that? Did I make that up?
You know, you've just got yourself off the naughty step.
I know. Now all this.
Neverton mates.
Yeah.
They play in blue. And they're deep arch rivals. Do you know where the rivalry starts?
No.
Well, Everton went bankrupt and they had to sell their ground, and Liverpool snuck in there and bought it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Anfield, Liverpool's hallowed turf, once was Everton's ground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realise
Yeah,
that.
that's got to be quite the sporting niggle, isn't it?
Or,
Seeing all that glory in that ground that you didn't manage to generate.
or they've got a secret lease, and actually Liverpool's been winning all these titles for Everton.
What a twist.
Oh, that would be great.
Underneath the Scouse mask was in fact another Scouser. You didn't see that coming, did you?
And all of the Scousers would just be like, yeah, that was really good. That's the only way you can win our titles.
Well, there's an extraordinary moment of Scouseness. Could anything be more Scouse than two Scouse football clubs having a Scouse rivalry over Scouseness?
There's a lot of in that.
There's a lot going on there, lads. Because And I have to say this, as a Liverpool fan, this was probably one of the most wonderful, ingenious bits of genuine pettiness I've ever encountered in the world of sport. Because everybody knew Liverpool was going to win the title this Sunday. So an Everton fan has spent the last 4 weeks buying over 10,000 blue flares, taking all the blue packaging off, repackaging them as red flares, and then going around the city selling them, 10,000 flares, to Liverpool fans, just so one of them would accidentally set off a blue flare in the ground at Liverpool's moment of glory.
Wow.
And it happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many did they get?
I don't know, but I saw it in the Cup, which is the sacred Liverpool home end. There was blue flares going off. There was videos of people trying to stomp out their blue flares. There was, in the parade on the way into the ground, where like 10,000, 20,000 people showed up to cheer on the team, all in red, with red flares. There was a couple of random blue flares going on.
Did anybody try to swallow it just out of pure panic?
Get that blue thing down your neck.
And then like a E.T. belly, but blue. Astonishing act of pettiness. I think that's great. It's not petty. I wouldn't put it up to that. It's sneaky and fun, like a gremlin after midnight.
That's exactly what Evertonians are. Gremlins after midnight. Yeah. Don't feed them wins. We haven't. We haven't done that. Don't worry.
Don't put them in the bath. Well, we've not done that either.
Yeah. Well, the only way to come back from that is, because Everton are known as the Toffees, because they hand out Toffees at the game.
Do they?
Yeah. There's going to be somebody's going, right, we're going to put smack in those Toffees.
Yeah.
We're just going to inject LSD. It's all your Toffees. Your chewable trip.
In many ways, they felt like they won the league for a first half hour.
Well, my hands felt like they won the league.
Yeah. Little fentanyl-infused toffee. Like, we didn't win the league, but it didn't matter.
So, you know what? I just felt nothing.
Yeah.
Felt nothing for like days.
I think maybe this goes back to that secret lease, and this is all part of it. They've got the blue going off at Anfield, because they know it's their way of telling them, we won it, you did it,
you did it, but we won it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is still secretly our ground. And
yeah, you might be the one who shagged my wife, but I was the one that booked the hotel room.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise your kid, buddy.
You might have won the trophy, but I'm shining it. So who's the real winner?
I've got the key to the trophy case, so they're all my trophies.
Oh, God, I was so jealous. I absolutely love Liverpool as a city. And match day is just madness.
Yeah.
There's because obviously Liverpool is like twin of Dublin. Essentially the same people twice.
Yeah.
Dubs are basically Scousers who couldn't swim. I mean, that's all it's basically. You look around, like they all have the same face that you'll see in Dublin,
Yeah.
Everybody's very Dublin-y and vice versa. My son, who's now 24, the first time I took him to Anfield to Liverpool to watch a game, he was 9. Mm-hmm. He was a posh London kid. And I took him up. We brought him up, right? It was him and his best mate, and myself and Paul Byrne. And
Paulie.
yeah. And on the way up, we gave the two little London lads a tenner each in the services. Just knock yourselves out. It's a lad's day out. Get whatever treats you want.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't think anything more of it. We get up there. We have to find the ticket tout that I've arranged to meet. And he went, just meet me in this particular pub, which I have to say was You've heard of salubrious pubs.
Yes.
Well, this one was insalubrious. Whatever you imagine as salubrosity, this was the exact opposite. There was broken glass on the floor. There was a bit of a fight between two fat women going on in the corner.
People betting on it.
Yeah, just say, go get him, Margot. Look at the bingo wings on her. She can swing for the bingo wings. Look at that.
Yeah, she'll use that in her finishing move. She'll get you in the cocoon of death.
That's it. Look at all that flap. What's tit? Yeah. What's tit and what's arm tit?
Margot, the Venus flytrap, they called her.
Nobody got it. Nobody got it.
She'd walk in through the swinging doors and you go, when did they put swinging doors? No, that's her.
That's why we call her cowboy flaps. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it.
No.
She doesn't like it.
She shouldn't wear the spurs if she doesn't like them.
She shouldn't support spares.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Full stop. Anyway, so I brought him up there. So he's 9. He's got this 9 and 10-year-old boys that I've had to bring him into this pub that looks like the pub in Star Wars, right? And I'm like, just wait by the door, boys. I'll just be 2 seconds when I try and locate this.
That's not even a great idea either. Just wait by the vehicles that they could quickly throw you into. There's no safe place to put a kid in a pub like that. That's all. Just go stand in one of the cubicles in the bathroom. Do not go in the cubicles.
Just stand with the tea, little lad.
Yeah.
Anyway. So my boy is only 9 at the time. He goes, Dad, I really need to use the toilet. I'm like, not here, son. Yeah. Right? He was like, I really, really need to go. Oh. So
just piss in Margot's spit bucket.
That's how you pay it. This is genuine true. So I take him to the toilets, and the toilets are an absolute mess. Right? It's just before kickoff. It's 10 minutes before kickoff in the game. God. So people are pissing in the toilets. They're pissing in the stalls. They're pissing in the sinks. Right? There's an old boy, like a proper, classic, 70-year-old scouse.
Like a Belgian fountain in there.
yeah, exactly. But like there's an old boy called Len, the big Desi, big purple nose on him. Oh, nice. Yeah. And it's
red, son. It's red. Yes, it's red for Liverpool.
That's right. I just need to eat more bacon, and it'll go bright. It'll go Rudolph.
I'm trying to time that for kickoff.
That's all like it. It's purple at the moment. People think I support Burnley. Gotta get a bright red.
Yeah, they call him Rudolph.
Rudy. Anyway, Rudy's up there. This old boy's up on his tiptoes, pissing into the sink, right?
Nice.
My boy is just seeing the scene, right? Doesn't know where to even begin. I'm like, oh God. The old Scouts boy sees Flynn, right? Sees my son. And he turns to him and he goes, he inches along and he goes, come on, lad, join in. Right? Little London boy just went, I don't think so. This is the most Scouts thing anybody's ever said. The old boy just went, go on, lad, join in. You deserve it. You deserve it, lad. Have a piss in the sink. Come on, kid. Right? There we go. So after that eye-opener, we go to get into the ground right now. It's all packed, right? He was only 9 at the time. And it's if you've never been to Liverpool, people of Liverpool are called Scousers. And when they're gathered in a group of more than 4, they no longer sound like humans. They sound like geese.
Yeah.
It's just... And we're getting all squished in trying to get in to go through the turnstiles. And it's just old boys, old Scouts, old boys everywhere. Just fuck off, dickhead. Hey, Len, you're the fucking asshole. Fuck off, Bobby. Right, all around us, just an absolute cacophony of 70-year-olds swearing. Right, just at that moment, I hear beneath me my son opening a can of pop. And then, in his loudest, poshest London voice, he declared to all the Scousers in earshot, oh, this Waitrose tonic water is to die for. He's been back since.
Yeah, did he still have his nickname?
Little Lord Fauntleroy, here he is. Here he is. Pull up your jumpers, you little posh bastard. So great.
What? He bought tonic water?
Yeah.
Was he mixing it with gin? Or?
No. Just mixing it with life.
Wow.
Mixing with the life of a 9-year-old.
Wow.
You know, a lot of tonic water swigging kids around Anfield, I have to say.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's not a hubcap in sight either. So great. There you go. We salute Liverpool Football Club, but we also salute the absolute fucking genius that came up and tried to ruin Liverpool's run.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much effort.
He won his war this year.
So genius.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will give Everton the title this year in Liverpool's eyes. Like they're like, well, that's the year they did actually win it.
That's okay. Liverpool did win the league, but Everton won the shithouse of league.
Yeah. Yeah, Everton won the Liverpool title that year.
Yes, the league of the most scouts has been won by Everton. You've been defeated. Like just the sheer, 10,000 flares. Took them 4 weeks to relabel them.
Yeah.
Just
if they'd gotten caught with it, they might have gotten like terrorism charges. Just what are you doing in there?
just trying to ruin people's weekend. You know, like a normal human being. Just spending an entire month in the hope of making somebody slightly sad.
Yeah.
Or angry. Or disappointed.
And he's not getting the money back on the flares either.
No, God, no. No, because he bought them off a scouser. It's a complete circle.
I actually think you could probably sell the red flares back to Evertonians who would keep them as like keepsakes.
Yeah, I don't think they want to remember that we won 20 titles.
Or you sell them back as red flares, but they're just red flares. And then when the Evertonians try to take them off, they're like, bamboozled by my swindling.
I want to be saved at sea, but only by a blue flare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky and cheeky.
Sneaky and cheeky. That's the Liverpool way. Are you ready for another
Sure.
story from the world, from the pages of Eejits of the world?
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty is back in the show. So there's, we're going, of course, to one of the absolute heartlands of Eejits of the world. I speak, of course, of Australia.
Oh, that's our big voting base.
Oh, yeah.
We lose Australia, we're not getting back in.
And not only Australia, this story's from the Australia of Australia, known as Queensland.
Oh, yeah.
The part of Australia...
It's actually called Kingsland now. Thank you.
What I think so, mate. What a change in the name. QLD. It's on me fucking licence plate. These are the Australians of Australia. Now, I know all other Australians would lay claim to that, but, you know, they're not fighting saltwater crocodiles for sexual reasons. So there's a lady, it became quite a big story last year. There's a lady called Jessica from Cairns, right up at the very top of Queensland.
Yeah.
Cairns is the Australia of Queensland.
Yeah, they don't know how to spell their own name either.
Cairns. Who knows? Anyway.
Yeah, well, what it's spelled isn't what they say. It's one of those deals.
Yeah.
That's Cairns. Nah, mate.
Mate. Not Cairns. This isn't a town full of people complaining in the heat. No, sorry.
Yes, it is.
It's exactly what it is.
That's why they call Cairns Cairns.
Cairns.
They're named after the town in Australia.
It's the origin story of every Karen on earth. How did she end up in the supermarket car park? She was born from an egg.
She was born from some of those sexual relations between the crocodiles and the humans you spoke of.
Yeah, that's why they're so snappy. I'm ashamed of myself.
I'm not.
No, I'm not. I was
like
lying.
it.
I was pretending. I was pretending I had shame.
I am. That's what bothered me.
How dare you?
This guy's trying to get high status on his dad joke. Fuck that.
Fuck that. Enjoy your shame.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so to the story at hand.
Okay.
Queensland, Australia. There's a lady called Jessica,
Okay.
mother of 3. She's from Cairns.
Mother of 3.
Mother of 3. She was in a relationship that ended because her partner, he cheated on her. So she kicked him out. Oh,
That's what you should do.
But-
Feed him to an alligator. That's what I'd do.
Not a sexy alligator. He's meant to punish him, not enjoy it. That's who he cheated on her with.
I'm feeding him to the alligator as a treat for all the lovely blowjobs the alligator's given me.
I struggle to think of anything I'd like to put my cock in less than an alligator's mouth.
Do you know how firm of a grip they have? You gotta pull their teeth out. That's but you gotta feed them ice cream until they're ready to suck your cock.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I can't afford any diagnosis either.
Yeah, no. If anybody wants to write in,
Right in, yeah. Send your letters to our P.O. box.
any amateur therapists out there.
They've got big old nostrils on them. Maybe you can shove it up there.
Well, yeah, you get bored of it. Anyway.
Anyway, Queensland, Australia. There's a lady called Jessica, mother of 3, recently split up with her partner because he cheated on her.
Yeah.
Right? Which all seems pretty reasonable, or we don't know anybody's relationship, but it all seems pretty online for normality. Anyway, as an act of petty revenge, he put posters all over the lampposts of the town, offering $100 prize for whoever could do the best Chewbacca impression, leaving on the poster her phone number for them to call in with their Chewbacca impressions. And for weeks on end, all day and all night, she was picking up voice messages that went... Anyway, she left a post on
A couple of
Facebook.
guys just sent pictures of their ass.
Wrong contest.
Yeah, no, not mine. I could win a Chewbacca impression contest with my butt.
I see.
You get it?
I do
Now
now.
he gets it.
Now I get it.
Yeah, he was lucky because I was about to show him. If you wait around long enough, he'll howl.
Glenn, that is not the Han Solo I want. Anyway, so off the back of this, I think she put it up on Facebook that this was happening, and then the local news got in touch, and she did a local news interview. And in all fairness to Jessica, she was a very good sport about it. She went, "Oh, he's pretty funny." Oh, I have to say it's pretty funny. I mean, I am being kept awake pretty late, but good impressions.
Look at the bright side.
Yeah. What a great sport Jessica was. Anyway, so that's how it we left it. So I've looked into it since then because there was so much media coverage of it.
I would imagine, and this is just my perspective, if somebody did that to me, I would get back together with them because it's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, he also abandoned the car in her front garden and took all the wheels off it. So, I mean, his shit did escalate.
Right.
So that's
and that
not
would be
as-
the re-ending of it.
It's not as fun.
No.
But the Chewbacca thing is sensationally petty, but ingenious. And Jessica actually quite appreciated it. She certainly saw the funny side of it. Anyway, in the media scrum that descended, One of the New Zealand television stations, TVNZ.
I know it.
It stands for Television New Zealand,
Yeah.
I assume.
I didn't realize you were in the industry.
That's just a little bit of scuttlebutt.
Knows the jargon. Yeah. Story checks out.
Anyway, she gets interviewed on there,
Okay.
and the host, right?
Tries to win the $100.
No, if only. No, the host, at the end of the interview, he, live on air, he goes, oh, look at it. Jessica does have a couple of teeth missing.
Okay.
Right? It's, it's
Sharing the ice cream with the alligators.
well, potentially. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Well, at the end of the interview, she's finished the interview, and then the presenter goes, what a catch she is. Look at all her teeth and her hair. She had dyed her hair a little bit blue. And she's a bit of a catch. Look at all those teeth in her hair. Right? And which is very ungallant.
Yeah.
She'd be good enough to come on your damn TV show.
Hot Mike, it's happened again.
If only his name was Hot Mike.
No, that's his nickname.
Well, actually, he's got a great villain's name. This ungallant gentleman that after she'd been good enough to spice up his fucking rubbish TV show,
Yeah.
right, coming on there, his name is Wilson Longhurst.
Oh my God.
It's the most villainous New Zealand name I've ever heard.
I know.
That's a proper.
Yeah.
That's a
I would have
moustache
been
twirler.
here sooner, but I was tying a woman to some railway tracks.
It's right. But it's very hard to sound villainous in a New Zealand accent. I was planning to throw a young maiden into a volcano.
Uh-oh.
But she wouldn't take public transport. I had 7 accents in there. Not entirely sure what I was doing. But Wilson Longhurst, the meanest, nastiest bitch in the whole of Auckland.
Oh, I know. There was a time he finished his cola can, and he did not put it in the proper slot for the recycling.
That's right.
He put it in general pop. That's not where it goes, Wilson. He knew. He just doesn't care.
Some place didn't give a shot. So it's going around. He goes to people's weddings and just, steps in the way of the bride's pictures.
Yeah, if you see a guy in New Zealand halfway across the street and there's a little red hand blinking because it's not his time to cross, that is the baddest man in Auckland.
That's right. Wilson Longhurst.
You beep all you like, you little hand. I ain't stopping. I got a street to be across.
I've got things to do. So many things. And not enough time to do my things.
Wilson, that bell is for people who want the bus to stop so they can get off. Ding, 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 ding.
Not for me. It's disco music. I'm gonna turn this little utility bill into an absolutely slamming big beat.
And he's just out there, just causing havoc.
The only man in New Zealand with a cape,
Yeah.
functional cape, and a top hat. Wilson, where you going in your cape and top hat? You're not going off to be a bastard again, are you? Anyway, so, but the people of Australia and New Zealand were askance at such ungallant activity.
I would imagine there was a day of mourning in New Zealand when it happened.
We've finally become as rude as Australians.
It's all our fault. We can't just blame it on Wilson. We allowed him to rise to power.
Exactly. It's now New Zealand can look 1930s Germany in the eye.
As they lower their flag to half mast.
We finally realised we're bastards too. To have made such a nasty individual.
Yeah, It's all there. It's all caught on the camera. We just have to look it in the eye. We have to look ourselves in the mirror.
Sadly, we've had to shut every single servo in New Zealand. We've had to take that little jar away that's take a penny, leave a penny.
Oh, yeah, well, who knows what we're capable of. Until we prove we can handle responsibility again, we will not have any.
We've caught him on camera. He just takes a penny. He never leaves one. He's just take. He's bought a big house in Ponsonby with all those pennies. The biggest one. Right in Ponsonby. He's turning it into a castle with gun turrets, which is unusual.
What's it a step in?
Anyway, the story ends well.
Lovely.
You'll be pleased to note, because people set up
They executed Wilson in the public square.
No, he lives on. he's the new Prime Minister.
We'll send him in to negotiate with Trump. Oh, you think you've got a bastard? Well, look at this.
Look at this guy. He's an absolute bastard. Absolute. Well, they set up a GoFundMe for Jessica. And they raised 8G to get a nice set of pegs.
New Zealand or American?
Oh, I think Australian money.
Okay, well that's going to pay for a tooth then.
A bloody big one. The biggest one. That's what I love about it. Have you ever driven around rural Australia? How are we gonna make our shitty town different? We're gonna have a giant tooth.
Yeah, Linda's tooth.
It's gonna be Toothy Town. There's loads of that in Australia.
I know. Oh,
Giant pineapple. Let everybody know.
It's a Canadian phenomenon too.
I bet.
100 Mile House has the biggest pair of cross-country skis.
I honestly thought you were going to say the biggest pair of tits. So,
Ronnie and Jake.
Ronnie and Jake.
If you're looking for them, they're down in the Squirrely Pig. They'll pretty much do anything if you got $50, and I mean anything.
And I mean 50 of any bucks.
Yeah. No, I mean $50 skins. They make jackets out of them. I think. I don't know. I've never seen the end product.
Biggest damn boobs in the whole province. Yeah. That's what they say. A real pair of low swingers too. Yeah.
Couple of nipple heads. That's what you're looking for. We got them.
We got them. Well, there you go. So there you go. There's a petty story, a villain,
yeah,
and a redemption arc. God
the
damn it.
petty zoo.
What?
The petty zoo.
The petty zoo. You just take your kids. You're not going to meet any animals, but people are just going to be like, I think you're not holding your fork properly. You mean a spoon away when it's soup, not towards you.
Oh, did you bring some feed from home? Okay, you actually have to purchase it from us.
Because these are some very picky goats.
Yeah.
You know what goats are like. Yeah, they'll eat my ass hair right from the crotch.
These heavily diseased animals cannot have any gluten.
That's right. Their eyeballs might be square, but their asshole's round, thank you. So, well, there you go. Well, there you go.
Well, we salute all of you.
We salute Liverpool Football Club on its wonderful achievement, but more importantly, here at Eejits of the World Headquarters, we salute the petty out there.
Yeah, and if we had any money, we'd play it out with Free Falling, but we don't. So just imagine the song Free Falling as we drift into the next section. It's a long day living in Reseda.
Oh, Jesus. Any fucking way.
Llegaron los nuevos McCrispy Strips, listos para aventurarse en la mezcla de mayo ketchup, la barbecue que quedó en el fondo de la cajita, Hot Fudge Sundae y en la nueva Creamy Chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Los nuevos McCrispy Strips, ahora en McDonald's. Ba 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 ba.
Well, Mr. Glenn, do you have a story for moi?
I do, and it's a sign of the times.
Prince.
No.
No.
I'm sure he's done it, but no. There's a new sport on the horizon. Sperm racing.
Oh, yes.
And they're doing it the American style. They're starting out in the colleges. And I want to get their names right.
Oh, these two, the names are like, please, may I say the names?
You may.
These are the two young men that competed in the world's first competitive sperm race. I actually thought that maybe these two kids were just chosen for their names. Because one of them is called Asher Proegger.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just knew his first name.
Asher Proegger, 19, from the University of California. And he was competing against Tristan Milker.
No.
Yep, Tristan Milker from the University of Southern California.
Is this a real story?
Yeah. Tristan Milker comes from the University of Southern California, whose sporting teams are all called the Trojans.
I know. You're not going to want to have one of those on unless you just hand it in like that.
Yeah. They're running around in there. Yeah.
Well,
so the Proegger against the Milkers.
So make of that what you will.
What's that?
UCLA is the Bears.
The Bears. They weren't hiding in the cave that day.
Yeah, they've had a sperm fight. Sperm race.
I don't think it was a fight.
No, and the track was I believe 20 centimeters or 40 centimeters long, the track was 20 centimeters long. But the whole event was going to take 40 minutes. And sadly, for the marching bands for those two schools, there was no halftime.
Yes. 20 centimeters, I believe, is 8 inches.
There's a lot of songs they could have played, marching band style that fit the. I've made a list.
Please.
Come on, feel the noise. Come together. Come on, Eileen. I think we're alone now. Beat it. The Banana Boat song.
What?
Hold my hand. Right hand man. That's from Hamilton. I Googled that.
Oh, very good.
And one hand in my pocket. And if you think about those all in the context of a big marching band, all of the songs work.
Yeah, they sure do, yeah.
Like marching in formation, turning into Bezos' rocket. They're all sort of bursting out of the...
Yeah, they said that it was... They donated their athletes just before the event.
Yeah.
Right? The racetrack was 8 inches long and modelled on a woman's reproductive parts.
Oh.
Did you know they were 8 inches long on the inside?
Well, no, I knew. I was aware of about 4 of those inches.
I see. You're not a long distance runner now. This is...
Actually, I do have long distance runners.
But I was like, it was a full event. So they hired a venue called the Hollywood Palladium, but at the last minute, the Hollywood Palladium reneged on the contract because, and I quote, they didn't want to bring Hollywood into disrepute.
Surely they would have pulled out.
I feel ashamed for you. I feel ashamed for me.
I'm proud of myself.
You should be.
Still proud of myself.
You found a function.
Remember the thing I said about the alligator? You think I was gonna go high status on pulled out? Oh no.
So that but it was a full event. Like, it was like sort of...
Was there an undercard?
There was an undercard. There was. There was an undercard. And more importantly, it said in the article, there was a weigh-in.
Oh!
What was that? Just a couple of lads in their pants and just a really creepy PE teacher just cupping their nuts.
You got a light heavyweight here. I don't know. He's going up against a welter. I don't think it's fair.
This kid, I don't know whether his parents know yet, but he might be a cruiserweight.
Yeah, what were you doing all night trying to make weight?
Were you just sweating in the tub?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. But that's apparently this is how they had to electrocute the course to make the sperm swim all in the same direction.
Why would that? Naturally, don't they swim in the same direction?
Apparently, no.
So does that mean I have sperm swimming up me when I ejaculate?
Wait, you mean just fully going against the tide?
Well, if you're not swimming one way, you're swimming the other.
I don't actually know. It's...
Yeah. What's he doing?
I mean, seeing as how there isn't a lovely lady egg at the end of the track awaiting them. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like, if you race mice, like, all you have to do is put cheese at the end of it.
Yeah.
Or,
And I suppose
what else are sperm going to be interested in?
With America's abortion laws, once that sperm hits that egg, you've got to raise it.
You got yourself a Republican.
But what an origin story for someone.
Exactly. Ooh, creepy. Of course wasn't an orgy. It was a sperm race.
Yeah. Father was having a sperm fight with another man. And they needed mother's egg to induce the sperm to swim in the proper direction.
Yeah, you see, my father's not a cuckold, but what he is, he believes in sperm rights. And he didn't like sperm abuse. So he refused to have the sperm electrocuted. There's only one other way.
It feels like one of these ways that Mormons get around rules on masturbation, or there's a thing in one of the universities, I think it's Brigham Young, where it's called pushing, and it's the way they can have premarital sex. They actually enter their girlfriend, and then their buddies come and push them. So that they're just like, hey, we're not doing this. We're just getting pushed. Like that's any way to trick God. I just came up here. You didn't have any premarital sex. You got a massage at a weird time, but
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This goes down.
I just put it in you, Cynthia. It was Elder Johnson that actually did the motion of the ocean was created by the elders. Wow.
Well, no, it's the youngsters doing it with each other. I don't think it's like community sponsored. I think they're just trying to. But I always thought too, like, God, can you imagine? Because within social groups, sometimes people have crushes on each other, and it's unrequited, or they've just never brought it up.
Yes.
But just to have to push somebody into the girl you secretly love, it's like, well, it's kind of like doing it myself.
Just pettily, just try to do it slightly arrhythmically.
Yeah, you should get somebody else.
Just wow. Jeez, Mormons. That's a kinky old twist.
It could be Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know. One of those. Somebody's doing it. Somebody out there.
One of the door knocking religions.
Yeah. Don't let them in.
Well, I guess when they stick their ding dong through the letterbox, we'll know which one it is. Well, there you go. Yes. Anyway, so suppose you want to know who won?
Yeah. Well, the viewers at home are on the edge of their seats.
Well, it was Milker won. Milker won in a contest that was best of 3.
Wow. I suppose you have to. You want to make sure
that it wasn't an immaculate conception. You won 10 grand.
Oh, wow. What did he spend it on?
Tissues? I don't know. I don't know. But apparently
prostitutes, because he's never going to get laid now the rest of his life.
Well, it was all for the cause of raising awareness of lowering sperm count around the world and the possibility that it could all be to do with microplastics getting into our Harry Monk.
I imagine that 10 grand will go for him, to go towards him paying for his own education because his father is no longer. I gave you explicit rules not to sully the milker name.
Boy, you were born a milker and you'll die a milker.
That was the only thing. Don't embarrass us. And now you have connected. Do you know how long we tried to separate the milker name from masturbation? All the way through the 60s and the 70s, it's always been an easy joke to make by bullies and cads.
Cads and mountebanks and bounders.
Yeah. We've had all the way back to bounders. We've had problems with milker being.
Boy, you know, when we came from the old country and we changed our name to Milker, we thought we were in the clear. We left behind in the old country the old name Motorboaters. That once we were no longer motorboaters. We were in the clear.
And with one swish of the wrist, you ruined it.
Well, they're young. I can't say. I mean, you know, to imagine have an entire venue is waiting for you to do your business.
I know. Is there going to be a rematch? Like a fumble in the jungle?
Fumble in the jungle. You mean the manhandling in Manila? Fumble in the jungle. Oh God, that got me too much. It got me too much. I feel ashamed, but not very.
The Yankee in New York.
Yeah, I read about this.
Pullum and Fulham.
The Pullum and Fulham.
They were just putting it in places where masturbating puns were. There wasn't any reason. Craven Cottage isn't the best place for a masturbation fight, but we wanted Pullum and Fulham, so we took it.
The masturbation in Manchester. No, that was the Pullum and Fulham. You can't. You've won. I surrender. But I'd like to think that I think me jizz wouldn't need to be electrocuted to swim.
No, not mine.
You know,
I got powerful stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No,
I can get you pregnant from here, buddy.
I don't think you can. It'd be a whole lot closer.
That's what you think. A lot of people.
That's what they all thought.
Yeah. This penis so small, he'd have to have supercharged jizz to swim that lip. Well, it is. I'm from a long line of small penis people. That's what makes our jizz the swimmiest. They had to be.
They're not tired leaving that long shaft. That's why my father was known as the Derringer. Man's hung like a riverboat gambler. Make any sense. Well, look, I'm sure there's a logic there. Yeah. Big ball, small ding dong. More of a helicopter pad than a, Yeah. Well, whatever. Well, we salute you, Milker and Pro Egger.
Yes.
For stepping forward and showing the world a whole new...
We salute you with a heavily muscled arm. Left dangling by just a small atrophied right arm. We salute you with our wank hands.
Oh. Oh, well. Well, there you go. That's that story. There was me thinking it couldn't get any grimmer. Well, there we are. There we go.
What I'm worried about is I'm going to be driving home today and I'm going to come up with another city and fight masturbation. There's one in there.
I'd like to think somewhere right now, listening to this, Carl Spain is just screaming, screaming on a motorway.
Carl, next week we expect 3 masturbation fight lines from you.
Yes.
And the city to go along with it.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's the wank from Wankstown. Whatever. All right. Okay. Moving on.
Oh, surely Carl lives in Cork. He's got to be able to do something with that.
I think you find he's from Limerick.
Oh shit! I got that right.
Hence the fact he only ever speaks in dirty rhyming couplets.
Yeah, he'll be able to. Why do I think he lived in Cork?
Oh Jesus, no! Good God!
Oh yeah,
there was a young man called Milker. Do you have anything else from your big bag of Eejits of the World journalism?
I do. This came in late. It's a woman named Sophie Lloyd in 1991 got into the magic circle.
Oh, this is the elite group of magicians.
Yeah.
This is the secret society of magicians.
Yeah. And they form circles at some point, apparently. And they had one rule, which was no girls allowed.
Well, we could saw them in half, boys, but they can't be our equals.
Yeah. Yeah, and it very much felt like, is that a rule or have just no girls applied?
Exactly. Now, did you make that decision or did your body odor make that decision? Because I gotta tell you, I know you know this in show business, the magician is the fanny magnet. They are the alpha. There's no higher grade of show business big swinging dick than a dude that can do fucking card tricks.
Yeah. I've never seen an escape on stage that didn't have at least 30% of the audience cheering for the trap.
Drown him. Yes, this is the magic circle.
So Sophie Lloyd managed to penetrate the circle by dressing up as a teenage boy and was in the circle for a year.
Oh, fucking so great.
And then
I like the name that she went for as a magician. she went undercover as a magician. What's his name? Where was it? Raymond Lloyd. Which is just like the perfect magician name.
Yeah.
There's got to be so many Raymond magicians.
I know. Yeah.
Throw an O on the end of it, you're entertaining everybody in a British seaside resort for 3 months. It's Raymundo. Gather round, you daft peasants, as I baffle thee with my magic tricks. Am I in league with the devil, or am I Raymundo?
Well,
look where me balls and cock have gone.
Yeah, well, that's what because then they recanted and said they're going to let girls into the magic circle. I guess times were changing. It was 1992. U2 was at the top of the charts, and Bono would set you straight about these kind of crazy thoughts. So then they were like, all right, women are going to be allowed in. And then Raymond was like, I think you'll find. And then I don't know if she swirled her little wand around her groin and then went, ta-da!
Alakazam, it's a clown. I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
I'm officially ashamed of myself.
No, that's what we're doing here. We're going to volunteer from the circle. Now, as you can see, that is just a regular penis. Now, take a bite of it, Charles. Of a penis.
Take a bite.
Well, it's highly unusual, but why, that's a sausage. Ta-da! It is I, Sophie Lloyd.
Douglas, I'm hung. I've been basically carrying a porky sausage down there the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
she wore, it said, her disguise was she wore a wig, a bodysuit, used a croaky voice, and always wore gloves to hide her lady hands. And I have to say, having spent a little bit of time around magicians, I don't think they needed to do any of that. Like,
she still has one of the manlier hands in the whole group.
I don't think many magicians have been up close around a lady before. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of card dropping when they smell actual woman. Now, that card on the floor, was that your card?
Because I'm going to look up your trouser leg. Originally, it's a great story. There's so many great little bits of it. Originally, she was a mime. And then she befriended another lady magician called Jenny Winstanley.
Okay.
And between the two of them, Jenny Winstanley had tried to join the Magic Circle, but they had put out an official, like, ooh, girls, no.
Yeah, well, you know why.
What?
You know why they wouldn't let women in?
Why?
They said because women can't keep a secret.
Really?
That's why they wouldn't let him in. And even though that's true, it's still misogyny. Just because you were technically right doesn't mean you're allowed to do it.
Yeah. Don't you talk about those lovely little ladies like that.
See, chicks, we got your side on this one.
I think they were just worried that, just the natural magic of women would have put their, fiddling card tricks in the shade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think of like what an extraordinary trick childbirth is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 seconds of fun turns into 9.5 months of delight.
I think too, it's not fair for women to do magic because you're already not paying attention. Like if you're talking to one, you're just like you're angling in your own head. It's like she's like, and then this and then this. You're like,
oh, you're talking.
I'm thinking of something else. Okay, yeah, that was my card. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, you mean distraction?
Yeah.
It's just throwing people off. Whereas a male magician has to make you look over here and think of that and then. Whereas a female magician could just lean forward.
Yeah, one button.
Was that your card? Oh, I wasn't thinking about cards.
My cards was a pair of breasts.
Cards.
2 boobs. the 2 boobs.
But apparently she got away with it for ages.
Yeah.
They all believed. They never caught her.
Wow.
Raymondo was never caught red-handed or pink-handed for that matter. They kept, what, yeah. See, they eventually went, oh, maybe we should let women in. So they legalised it, and Jenny Winstanley and Sophie Lloyd went, now's our moment! And they revealed that she was, in fact, a woman. And they were like, you're out. They banned her the very day they let women in.
Yeah, well, it's just the magic circle. They don't like being tricked.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit underhand. Was that your card? Sorry, is anybody gonna just
puts the quarter back behind your ear? You can have that.
That's the equivalent of having your epaulets torn off in the French Foreign Legion. You've shamed the magic circle. No, please, no. Put the quarter behind the ear.
And no, this isn't your nose. Puts it back on.
Oh, yeah. So it all ends, right? So years later,
Yep.
the Magic Circle were like, oh man, we kind of treated that beautiful boy quite badly.
Yeah. Yeah. And we kicked him out.
Once we found he was a gorgeous gal,
Sick to our stomachs.
instead of just a really confusing fella. Just kept the gloves on like a sexy Mickey Mouse. So they tried to find her to apologise, and I think she retired to Australia.
Oh, right.
She gone to Australia, and
How many teeth does she have?
full set.
Now.
Not Australian.
No, after I'm saying she's the Chewbacca lady.
Oh, you think in fact?
Once again, it is I, Sophie Lloyd.
I've done it again. God damn it, Soph. So they brought her back, and she accepted her membership.
Or did she? Or was it a little boy dressed up as Sophie Lloyd?
No.
No, it was Sophie.
No, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on. Smoke
now
and
they
mirrors
got-
sounds
yeah,
like
they
it's
got-
going to be a really good party, but it's magician, so it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and again, it's like the Pope. They got to put her on the little board and check this time.
Please, Jesus, make it a lady. Yeah. Well, there you go. So it all worked out in the end.
Right.
The magicians.
And the really happy part is that Sophie was not a magician when they found her again. So
No.
the story had a nice ending.
Yeah. She was working with rescue animals.
Yeah.
There you go.
In a hat.
In a weird pointy hat.
Yeah, no, that's where she kept pulling them out.
Yes. I keep rescuing the same white bunny rabbit. There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
No.
So there you go. So the magicians were in fact the ones who were tricked.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it. I like it. Because I do not like magic. It's just, hey, you want to see a trick? Oh, you want to embarrass me in public? Oh.
Oh. You want to belittle me because I don't know your dark arts.
Yeah. Have you drawn a little crowd? Oh, no, hey, there it is. Okay.
Here they are. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll pretend to be surprised.
Yeah. Oh, let me get a deck of cards out. Oh, that game I don't really play. Okay, well, yeah, sure.
Sure. Something I know little about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever it is, you did it, and good. That's all I say. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm sure you can do it, but I don't care.
I'm slightly more respectful of the magician's art. I like magic. It's the magicians that frighten me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I do at the back of the room sometimes? And I'm not... some of my friends are magicians, and I understand it. I respect it as an art form, but it's not for me. But if I'm in the back of the room and there's a magician on stage and I'm standing in earshot of another comedian, my thing is to act like I don't know it's a trick. I think it's real. How in the hell did they do that? This is goddamn Satan on display.
We need to get Gandalfo. We're going to hold you down, boy.
But
and you're going to tell us what you did. You're in the league with the devil.
But you got to really underplay it. Look, like every time they do another trick, you're just like, Lord Jesus Christ. This is a den of iniquity. You got really...
Right beside an open spot was really nervous. Just looking at their notes.
What?
I swear to God. I will go down to the River Jordan.
This was
And I will rise up thousands of liters of holy water, and I will drench you, minion of Satan.
If this was pilgrim times, they'd know what to do. But since we're living in woke times, you cannot.
We're living in a world of sperm racing. Yeah, well. Good luck to you, anyway, Raymond, or should I say Sophie?
Yeah.
Good luck to you. Well, there you go. What another informative
Yeah. A lot of circle penetrating in this.
There was?
Yeah.
There was a lot of egg chasing, circle penetrating.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. If this was a movie in the 70s, it would have all of those.
It's true. In many ways,
The most egg chasingest, circle penetratingest.
It's
Me
true.
and you sort of hugging each other with all the other players in the cartoons. The toothless crocodile.
Yeah, in many ways, all our stories were about balls making people happy.
Yeah. Oh, nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week on
Eejits of the
World with you,
Glenn Wool and you.
Andrew Maxwell. And it has been a Pod People production. Please feel free, ladies and gentlemen, to follow us, like and subscribe on all your platforms.
Seek us out.
Seek us out. We put
Find out our home addresses.
dogs us.
Hide in our backyard.
Dox us, hunt us down, take samples of our blood while we sleep.
Yeah.
But mostly, like and subscribe and tell your friends.
Yeah. It all helps.
You know, you're the wind beneath our wings, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye. I forgot what the hell how the fuck we end the show. And goodbye to you. And was this your dove?
Yeah. Good night, Buenos Aires.
Yes. Good night, Buenos Aires. And sleep tonight. Sleep the dreams of Montevideo. That'll do.